Well, howdy there, folks. It's your good old humble GM, Chris here, with another episode of the Wildfire Club for you all today. With that in mind, well, we got a bunch of stuff we gotta get through for this fantastic episode. So first and foremost, let's do the introductions of who my lovely cast members are here. Starting off with Humna. Humna, who are you and who are you playing today?
Hello everyone, my name is Humna, I use any and all pronouns, and today I will be playing Ava Taha, who uses he, him pronouns. And Ava has learned a lot about his mother that he wishes he didn't know. Yeah. Josephine, take it away.
Hello everyone, I'm Josephine at scarydogfriend, and I play Lizzie Stone, who uses she, her pronouns. It turns out you can't run away from your father-in-law forever. Pass it on to Cam.
Hi, I'm Cam. My pronouns are preferred they, them. And I play Arizona Holloway. And Arizona is gonna kick some fucking ass today. And defend that name, get that belt. And I'll pass it over to Chris.
Thank you very much again. With that, I am Chris. I am your humble GM for these preceding evenings. With that in mind, two things to keep in mind here. Content warnings for this episode in particular, in case you missed it on the screen. You can type !CW, and I'll read them out for you here as well. We got fantasy and gun violence, apocalypse, romance, and references to sexual entanglements, monsters and monstrosities, severe weather, specifically forest fires and hurricanes, blood, real-world religions, familial struggles, loss, alcohol and drug use, trauma, references to mind manipulation and control. That one's heavily prominent in this second half, so anybody who is not comfortable with that, warning you in advance. But we also have emotional and physical abuse, supernatural elements and depictions of kidnapping and murder. If any of this does not float your boat, there's a plethora of wonderful content out there for you to enjoy. Also, if you want to follow me, or any of the lovely cast members we have here with us today, you can type !cast to see who they are on the web out there. But with that in mind, and I think everything for the most part out the way, it's time for us to get into another episode of the Wildfire Club. So let's get to that intro, and we'll see you in a hot second, folks. See you soon. with that, open up on not the next morning, but rather the next afternoon. And we're talking late afternoon. It's kind of at this point, you can see that the summer heat is kind of dying down. Sort of that sort of cool afternoon weather is coming on in. As you see, the sun is getting to that sort of reddish, pinkish hue it usually does, right before it crests over the mountainside. We find ourselves right back in the familiar place of Beck's Ranch. And rather than working the fields like they usually do, it seems that none of the horses right now, all the workers that are here, are very focused on getting these horses into trailers. You can see there's sort of a kind of small little convoy of what looks like to be trailers, and horses are getting loaded up into them. And that's probably most likely because today is Rodeo Day for the local town of Harts Valley. For those who don't know what a Rodeo Day is, well, it's in the name. People in all town, and usually the state for the most part, come on in, have a great time at the fair, and participate in some, let's say, difficult events, from bucking to bull chasing and all kinds of nefarious deeds. But we'll get to that in a hot second. For now, we focus in on Arizona. Arizona, you're with Percy right now as you're trying to get one of the horses on in at this moment. And I'm very curious, with everything on your mind, and especially with the events that are coming later today, if you do wish to participate in them, what's going on in Arizona's mind?
In this moment, Arizona is trying to focus on getting ready for the rodeo, getting ready to defend her family's title and keep on that legacy. But she is struggling quite a bit. The events of the last few days, the events of the last few weeks, honestly, have really started to get to her. Her normal, like, kind of casual, just shrug everything off, keep going, is harder to do when she's also legitimately nervous about entering this rodeo. In addition to rodeos being kind of a legacy thing for her and a lot to live up to, and a moment where all eyes are really, really on her and they're all really, really expecting her to do well, she also is aware that it is legitimately dangerous. You know, these are wild animals at the end of the day. However tame they might be, they're still animals. So she's a little distracted going in here.
I think as you're loading up the horses, Percy, I think, really notices this, and he kind of goes over to you as you finish locking in one of these sort of trailers, making sure the animal's secure. Percy goes, "You all right?"
Could be better.
If you don't want to participate, you ain't got to participate, kid.
Absolutely not. Don't even say it. Don't even speak that up, or Satan will hear you.
Oh, just saying. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Percy, I want to. And I'm going to. So unless you're here to tell me that I'm going to do well, or give me some secret to winning, I don't want to hear a word it out from your lips.
Yes, ma'am. And with that kind of goes over, well, if you want a secret tip, it's always in the hips.
All right, then.
I have to go find Trinity. We're going to head out soon. And sadly, it looks like you got a visitor.
Oh, God. Who is it?
You see pulling up in their sort of very, like, old-looking vintage car, still very beat up and rusted on the sides. Seems to be your mom's car, but it's a little bit different in a way. You can see that rather it being sort of this empty thing, it seems to have like a number of boxes loaded up in the back, and very much a hastily kind of tied on a piece of furniture that's on the top. That seems to be maybe either furniture or tent or something. You can't really tell from this view, but it looks like they're pulling up at the moment as they kind of get out their car and just look like they're waiting for you to come over rather than they go to you.
I'll go over to Ma. Yeah.
You can see that go over to them. They still look a little frazzled, maybe from last night, and a bit hungover, as there's very much the bags under their eyes. But you see that they're against the hood, kind of wave over to you and kind of go, "Hey, Arizona, you headed to..."
A little late in the season for spring cleaning. The hell are you doing with all that crap?
Well, I wanted to at least tell somebody rather than just run off, and I thought maybe you were the person to go to. I also heard about what I did last night and some of the things I said, and I wanted to personally apologize.
You're saying sorry.
I am. And also, I'm leaving.
Of course you are.
Look,
No, it's fine. You go. It's easier, right? And they need waitresses everywhere. You come here, say something terrible to me, say sorry, and then leave so you don't have to do any of the work to back up that weak-ass apology, right? It's a pretty familiar pattern we got going here. I know the song and dance.
I come here to give you an apology, to tell you, out of everyone in this place, that I'm leaving. I know you're upset, rightfully so, but last night
You
was
come
just...
here. No. You come here right before the most important event, maybe of my life. Right before I have to fulfill a legacy of our family. Right before every eye is on me, and you tell me you're leaving. You're making it, what, about you? Again? Can't have a fucking day that's just about Zona, right?
Not everything is about you, Zona, and...
No, it's never been about me, Ma. It's never been about me.
Okay,
Truly
we're gonna get
and
into
honestly.
this. Is that what we're gonna do right
Yes,
now?
if you want to fucking do this, we're gonna fucking get into it. I'm sorry about this. Actually, fuck it. No, I ain't sorry about it. You come to me on one of the most important days of my life. A day you know that I care about. After everything, after losing my goddamn father. After you tell me I'm not worth shit, you confirm everything you've been saying without words for the last 27 fucking years. And you say, oh, I'm sorry, and I'm leaving. An apology doesn't mean shit. Just if you go right after. But you know what? Maybe that's for the best. In fact, I'd like to see you go. I would love for you to finally get the fuck out of my life, like you have been trying to do ever since you gave birth to me. At least you're going through and fulfilling one promise. Right?
You're just like your fucking father. You're such a headstrong son of a bitch. I come here on bended knee. I understand. I haven't exactly been mother of the year. Well, shit, the goddamn decade. But I, at least, am honest with you, unlike some people in this goddamn family. And you're trying to defend, what, the Holloway name? What does that fucking mean? You're risking your life for a fucking belt that you get to hang over your shoulder saying, hey, I didn't die yet, but I'm gonna die one day. It makes no fucking sense what you do. And to be honest, you're not doing it for yourself. I'm gonna be the one person who's gonna be honest with you here. It isn't about the Holloway name. It isn't about whatever piece of pride that's in you. It's you trying to defend your good father's name. And guess what? Spoiler alert. What you do does not change the fact of who your father was as a person. You'd think he was some goddamn hero. Well, guess what? He wasn't. He was a piece of shit that left you with me.
You know what? Maybe he was a piece of shit that left me with you, but at least he wasn't you. You want to leave? Get the fuck out. I'll give you 20 for gas.
You can
That's
keep
what
your
you
fucking
want, right?
No, keep your fucking charity. I didn't come here for money. I didn't come here to fight. But as always, our conversations delve into this endless fucking pit of despair that is between us.
Well, damn, maybe I am my mother's daughter.
And you're your father's as well. You see they get in the car, roll down the window, slam shut. I hope you win. And I hope it's everything you imagined for yourself. Because I will
I
tell
hope
you
you don't
something.
get knocked up again. Turn away.
Close up the window and you see they just drive away. Percy is
I'm
with
heated.
Trinity.
I'm angry.
I think Percy notices this, looks over to you as he's by the car. You see it's turned on. Trinity's inside, kind of goes, "You all right?"
Fine. We're not going to talk about it. That's what she wants. She wants us to talk about it. She wants the day to become all about, oh, is she feeling all right? Is she okay? She wants us to go after her. We're not going to do it. We're not going to talk about it.
Gotcha. Shotgun.
Hell yeah.
Let's get it. With that, go in the car, and as you begin to drive off the path there, what's really going in Zona's mind? As you are sort of very much in that side, looking off to the window as you're driving through.
She is angry. She's an adult, but every conversation with her mother brings her back to the worst parts of her teenage self. She gets angry, she gets irrational, she gets upset, but what she sees with so much clarity is that her mom is doing the same thing that she's always done in this moment of putting a band-aid over something and then leaving it be and not caring if the wound festers. And she's mad that her mom chose to do it on this day. And she's mad that she's already all riled up and everything is weighing on her. And this is just one more thing. Zona is starting to get to her breaking point. And she's probably in the worst mood that any of the Wildfire Club will have ever seen her in. But yeah.
Lovely, lovely. As you drive off there, camera pans over to good old Lizzie's house. Lizzie, as you and Ava have been kind of very much for this moment, getting ready to meet up over at the rodeo, you do notice at this point, if you were keeping tabs on Rana, very much went off for the day, went to work. You see they came back and immediately have been very much just on the porch, reading a book and just drinking lemonade for the most part, but very much orientated in a way that they're looking towards your house. So they've kind of been watching, kind of not watching, and just been there for the most part as you guys are inside the house. So I'm very curious how we are all feeling knowing that, well, there may be a literal murderer living next door to you.
Somehow feels not natural, not normal or nothing like that, but almost it is a very familiar weight when there is nothing that you can goddamn do. I think Lizzie just sort of glances over at her, you know, wearing essentially the same outfit, making sure that laundry is cycled through, but most of her uniform, the Lizzie uniform is pretty much the same thing every day. I've woken up early to make the both of us coffee and breakfast, and I think when you come down, Ava, Lizzie is just like, warning about going outside. First thing you're gonna see is your mother's fucking face.
Still? And Ava will head to the side of the house that is facing my house and will look out of the window, see my mother there, and will close the curtains to that window. And any other window that faces that side of the house is going to go and close them deliberately, so that it's this sort of strange lighting situation where one wall is complete darkness and the other there's light pouring in. And Ava will sit down on the kitchen table with Lizzie and I'll say, well, we really don't have the time to focus on whatever they are doing, as if Rana can hear them, which she can't.
Let's just get our energy in and make it out for today. Zona's gonna need us.
Yeah, it's a big day for her. I can't imagine how she's feeling.
We'll see if Zona's mom's gonna be there after yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's better if she's not, right?
I don't know, you'd think, but I don't want my fucking mom to be there.
Right. Well, whether or not Zona's mom is there or not, we will be there loud as fucking ever, making sure that Zona wins this competition.
Yeah, straight. Okay, let's go.
And as you guys are talking, having conversation, very much light going down from the sun outside, you hear knock on your door there.
Are
Lizzie.
you expecting someone?
No. I hate unexpected company. I go over to the door, open it.
Open it up, you see very much still wearing that sort of main, priest with the collar and whatnot, but very much a little bit more cowboy in nature with the overcoat and sort of jeans on. Looks like he's probably going to head over to the rodeo as well. It's your father-in-law, Father Stone. You see, comes over, cowboy hat on. Well, howdy there, Lizzie. It's been quite some time since we talked, child. I thought before the rodeo goes on, we can spare a moment and talk about some things.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, Father. And Ava just
Oh, well,
greets him from the kitchen.
Mr. Duh.
I have a guest, Father, if, I don't know, there could be a better time.
I will say it is the utmost importance. It is about activity.
Ava, why don't you want to wait for me in the car?
Yeah, I'll get it started. And Ava will walk over, we'll switch out his regular boots for cowboy boots. We'll put on a cowboy hat, very dressed for the occasion that we're going to go on, and is going to go and start up Lizzie's truck, because God knows what conversation she's about to have.
With that kind of goes, he puts his hat down. Please give your mother my deepest condolences.
I will.
With that kind of, shall we talk? Goes
I
over to you, Lizzie,
suppose.
comes in.
You want some coffee?
Oh, it's late in the afternoon. Believe me, I'm gonna have my fair share of drink. I may be a man of God, but it does not mean I do not have my indulgences.
Okay.
Well, Lizzie, there, and puts hat on table. First and foremost, I heard you have not been sleeping good. I know we talked about that a little before. Just wanted to check in, see how we're doing.
It's been rough. So, very naturally, I'm not going out and making sure that I have... wasn't ever usually my thing to have any kind of rouge on to look approachable. So, I'm sure it just shows quite a bit more.
It's understandable, child. Say, I'm a big proponent of telling the truth and letting justice have its sunshine about it, as they say in the good book.
Verbatim.
Lizzie, I know you and your companions have been gallivanting about the town. Taha's a good soul, little wayward, but nothing a couple good old sessions of God can't fix.
Wrong religion.
I can still teach them a lesson or two, and share faiths. Zona, on the other hand, is a troubled child, to say the least. And I find myself wondering why you would hang out with such a crowd. Especially given their criminal activities.
What were not the first believers and followers of Jesus Christ, if not for the people of Samaria, the people who worshipped another god that we were warring with constantly?
That is true, but the activities I speak of are less of a spiritual matter, but rather more of physical in nature. You broke into Mr. Randall's home, or something of that nature. I was there, kept away by an associate of Mr. Beck's, and to my surprise, you come in, but Ava and Zona's there as well. I'm concerned. Are you, in some way, shape, or form, owe a debt to the great and honorable Mr. Beck? Is that something that, my dear son, are you roped up into his extracurricular affairs to make up some sort of debt or something of a financial matter?
Samson had... Well, certainly Samson had debts, but... Wait. You were at Randall Colt's place?
I was, dear child. I was speaking with the boy on prospects for the future, and out of nowhere, Zona and their gang, their posse, the men who do not believe in God's justice alike, came in and quite repeatedly beat up Mr. Randall. Zona, if anything, seemed to have taken a sinful pleasure in beating the man.
I heard that she was in trouble. I didn't realize that she was the one.
That's what I'm saying, Lizzie. These people are violent in nature. They are wayward. They do not have the teachings you and me do. And with that, I'm concerned for your future. There is another thing that is concerning as well that I wanted to bring up, but first I think we need to discuss this.
What future do I have?
Sweetheart, you have a future in this place. It's growing day by day, and you are one of, if not the best helpers, caretakers, like Jesus Christ himself. You got a problem, you call Lizzie Stone. You need some help, get Lizzie Stone on the line. I got this event. I can't help my son. Well, Lizzie Stone's right around the corner. You are a name people go to, a benchmark of our community. But these individuals are chipping away at that foundation. When it breaks, the whole house falls.
I
You
don't.
understand my meaning?
No, I don't. Because I don't believe in moralizing the activities or actions of people who are still very recently grieving and mourning their lost ones. And so am I. I know he was your son, but Samson was my husband. And there is a foundational break in my everyday because he's just not here. Everything has changed. Our futures. I apologize to keep interrupting you, Father, but I just need people that are different from my day-to-day right now. I need change. And it isn't stressful or frustrating to be around people who I regularly fought them too, but I'm helping them in my own way.
But God forbid you find yourself at the end of a gun. Are they gonna come and save you then? I bet you $5 they won't.
It doesn't matter if they won't.
They're not part of us. They're not like you and me. We will stick to each other hand in hand. Here for you. Which does bring me to the other thing. I've heard some disconcerting things about Miss Flores. Not the wonderful girl that goes about town giving out the checks. The other one runs Iron Bull.
Lola.
I heard, and this is just from, I heard things from church, from, the back seats, the grandmothers that think they know very much about this town. It appears Miss Lola has a little crush on you. I know it's surprising, but a little disconcerting. I got no problem whatsoever with the way they go about living their life, who they love and all that, what they praise. But to be trying to court someone of the faith who has just recently lost a husband is just not right. And I wanted to let you know, I know you're very busy with everybody else, that I think this is a thing we gotta shut down. Their fathers, and rest in peace, getting healthy every day. But I think it's just, as you said, the emotions of town, people losing people, and it's making decisions that aren't exactly the right move. So it's just a little concern. It's just a little concern.
Yeah, you know what, Father, I have not been that open. I've not been that truthful to you. And I think she puts her cup of coffee down, she lights a cigarette, and maybe she was like standing as he was sitting, but she finally sits down in front of him now and is just like, Lola before was telling me about how she had experienced a child before she had. And when Samson left me, We had met up earlier that morning as I picked him up from the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped by the road. Told each other about our frustrations with each other and the world and just the state of everything. His frustrations, the reason that he is so frustrated. And I reach out to like kind of hold Michael's hands in mine. I didn't know that Lola had been pregnant before. And she was giving me advice.
What possible advice would you need from Lola Flores? I'm not exactly following, child. Forgive me, I know I'm an older man, but I'm just not connecting the dots, as the kids
I'm pregnant.
say.
And she's been helping me. And I've been following people down dangerous, demonic places and paths, and I think I am very rightfully lost. And I am seeking any kind of female help that I can get right now that I just don't feel comfortable asking for you. All the clucking hens at church just gonna give me the same advice that they just grew up with, and it is just not the right time to raise a child, but I'm going to. And Lizzie thinks she is giving, like, perhaps the best Broadway kind of lie at this moment. She is giving a big performance right now. She is not pregnant. She's been drinking black coffee and smoking cigarettes. That it wasn't, like, particularly a thing to stop smoking at this point, but she is just doing her goddamn best right now to lie.
Do me a favor. We're gonna
Of
roll
course.
a charm here. Now, specifically, we're rolling the charm. He, at this point, does believe you're pregnant. It's a matter of this point backing him off of you,
Totally.
or if he goes into it. So I'm just gonna make it a 9.
Make it a 9?
There.
Okay.
Make it a 9.
It's a 5. I am unfortunately severely injured.
You went down because you healed up, so technically you should.
I
get
went
super
down.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I have 4 adversity tokens.
You gotta use them?
I'm gonna blast through all of them because I cannot afford to have this motherfucker sniffing.
This man must believe
in
my
my
lies.
Exactly.
With that, 1, 2, 3, 4, you go down and you're at 9. With that, he gets up. He's fucking elated. He goes, oh, thank Lord. Oh, you cannot perceive the peripheral bricks that have been stoned off my back. This is wonderful news. I'm going to be a granddaddy. That is just... Well, Fantasia, please talk with Lola all you want. I can also get a number of women from the church that have pregnancies. Believe me, Mrs. Rudebecker's have 8 kids, so I'm sure they're going to have a lot to talk about with you. But I'm hold your hand. Dear Lizzie, you should start with that. Why did you wait so long to tell me? I could have got a community together. I'm going to make a sermon about this next Sunday. How did you want to tell you about the little surprises?
No, Father, I did just say I was worried about what.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Think.
You're right. It's about to say, we'll make a sermon after the baby's born. Because you can't really deny it at that point.
They just as likely they judge those single mothers out there, so I just...
I understand, but you know what? You're not single mother. We're here together. We are a team. Father-in-law and daughter. And soon-to-be grandson. So you need anything. I won't keep 2 tabs. I understand woman needs a space, especially in pregnancy.
You already know it's going to be a boy.
I hope it's a boy. I'm happy either way. Boy, girl. as long as they get the denomination and the faith. That's all I care about at the end of the day. Well, no smoking. No more smoking. Black coffee's fine. I understand you got a taste for that, but I don't want to see no smoking. Don't want to see no drinking. You can still work at the bar. I'm not saying you can't work at the bar. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying. But I'm not going to tell anyone, but I do have to get a little celebratory today. So forgive me if I indulge a little bit at the rodeo today. But I'll make sure I'll keep my mouth zipped. Make sure no one hears a thing. Kind of gets up, hands on the shoulder. You are doing God's work. It is phenomenal. Words cannot describe what I'm feeling, and I'm happy for you, Lizzie. And if my boy was here too, you show the same amount of excitement I feel right now.
Lizzie's exhausted. She's just like,
understand. You gotta, relax. Baby's not here yet. You're not showing the bump yet. So, enjoy your day. Enjoy your time before all those questions come in and it gets a little airy. I'm going to go off. If I see you at the rodeo, I'll see you at the rodeo. But with that, Lizzie, if you need anything, you got my number. And with that, Godspeed. And to you too, little one, as he kind of goes over to the stomach. You too, little one. All right, Lizzie. Have a fun time. And with that, walks out the door. Lizzie, how are you feeling in this moment?
I speed run to the truck, lock my house first, and then that conversation, it could have been 5 minutes to an hour. But getting into the truck, I look over at Ava and I said, I made a fucking mistake.
What happened? Father Stone looked very happy coming out of your house.
He was basically down the path of judging Lola for having a crush on me while I was mourning my dead husband. And I said that I was pregnant.
Like with Lola's kid?
Like with Samson's child, and that Lola had just been through it all before, and that it just spiraled in my mind, and I cannot lie to people. So the first thing that came out of my mouth just was
pregnancy?
that they had that's just the experience before, and I didn't tell anyone in the church or him because it just was not the right time. And
do we have to fake you being pregnant? Now what happens when there's no baby?
I lost it.
Oh,
just say I lost it.
Lizzie!
Life happens. Very clearly, we have magical powers. Anything is possible.
He doesn't
so
know
any
we have
reason,
magical
any excuse
powers.
will do.
That'll devastate him.
Good.
Oh, okay. Pregnancy. Alright, we will... I'm sure Zona will have a wonderful idea of how to deal with this. Because right now, I'm coming up with a plank.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Pregnancy.
As you two have a long and very much dead-eyed staring out the window to drive through.
Every now and then, Ava just repeats, pregnancy.
I know I made a mistake.
I think you have to hit Ava at some point because you're at a stoplight. People around town and just out the window, pregnancy. People look over. But with
Shut
that,
the fuck up. Don't speak so loud outside the car.
you drive through, go a little bit outside of town to the fairgrounds as we are here at the rodeo, specifically the fair as well. You can see that it's a really big thing in town, and especially with summer around the time, and especially with a bunch of fucking cowboys in one place. Rodeo is a prime time to really show who's in town and be like, well, I'm the better buckler than you, buddy. Specifically, what you see before you as you park in is two sort of attachments. The first one you can see is sort of the arena itself, which is a pit of sand. You see a bunch of fences around and bleachers with sort of the lights that they kind of set up here. On the other end, though, you can see they also have rented out a number of carnival rides and sort of very much turn this into a makeshift event of you can go to Rodeo, hang out, and then after you head over to the carnival there, the fairgrounds. There's games going on, your standard sort of like people paying money for stuff. You see there's a giant Ferris wheels where that's kind of set up, and the smell of food, of a mix of barbecue with all sorts of delectable desserts is in the air at the moment. You guys all kind of agreed that you would head over to the rodeo, but specifically you did want to meet up with Cassidy. But at the moment, you can see that as you arrive here, Zona is also here as well, just in sort of kind of the back area of the arena, loading off the horses as they are beginning to like lean them in. You can see that there's these multiple sort of metal fences that are just directed for each animal to go into a separate pen as they're getting prepared for events and whatnot. So as you park in, you see where Zona is immediately. You can see that Cassie seems to be with Cyrus. They seem to be playing games somewhere off. But you have a location of where everybody is. So for Ava and Lizzie, what are you guys going to do as you sort of park and with everybody here?
We're gonna get beer. We're gonna get some alcohol.
Yeah, and I think as we're waiting for it, Ava just kind of like whistles in Zona's direction, says, "Looking good, Holloway!"
Zona does a little like pose. Winks over in Ava's direction. How you doing, Princey?
Do you want one, or is that bad for before your big competition?
Nah, it's better if I'm drunk.
You see Percy goes, yeah, probably better. Zona, you can go, if you want to go with him, you can. We got this, yep.
Great, I'll head over. How y'all doing?
We'll order another one. I'll pass the beer, like I'll slide it across to where Zona is and say, Lizzie's pregnant.
Does Lizzie have a drink in her hands right now? I'm smacking it out of her hand.
It's not.
The hell you doing?
It's not real. I just...
You need me to drive you down to the clinic?
No, I didn't. I just wanted to get the fucking priest off my fucking ass, and then for some reason I fucking said that I was pregnant with Samson's child since July the 4th.
Wait. Let me get this straight now. You wanted to get Father Stone, your father-in-law, off your ass, so you told him you're having his first grandbaby?
So, because he thinks Lola's fucking gay. And
he is gay!
For me, which jury's still out.
He is gay for you. You think he's gay for you, honey?
Look.
You're gonna let me drink this margarita, and you're gonna win this fucking thing, or else I'll kick both of our asses. We'll both die tonight. How about that?
Bet. I'm ready to die tonight. Let's go.
Okay, well, neither of you were leaving me here.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Were you here? You there for the pregnancy announcement? Turn to Ava. You there for that pregnancy announcement?
No, I was waiting in the car because Father Stone wanted to talk to Lizzie privately, and I didn't know that this was going to happen, otherwise I would have refused.
Okay, thank God. So you didn't have the good sense that God gave you with you when you were doing all this. You think he ain't gonna want to be at the birth or like them getting them little picture shows?
No, Lizzie, tell Zona what your plan is.
Just say that it's gone. That it just...
Gone where?
Is gone. To heaven.
You are gonna make that man the most annoying motherfucker in the world. All of his sermons are gonna be about my poor dead grandbaby.
Yeah.
That was
It'll fuel
never
his
even
sermons. It'll fuel his sermons for years. Hopefully he'll make the whole pregnancy about himself. He'll get sympathy pains or something. And then I just will fade out into the background and die. I don't know.
I have never been more glad not to be
Put you
Christian.
on center stage. Yeah, seriously. It's putting you on center stage, honey.
No. We'll find a way to privacy or something, right? Grieving mother angle. I'm sure we could.
You could like say that you thought you were, but you weren't.
Or I could just turn my entire life upside down and just leave and just run away. Just take up truck certification and go to seminary or theological school and just become some kind of religious professor in some other state completely.
That's a very specific plan for just having come up with it.
I've been thinking about it. Don't worry.
Wait, so what are you gonna tell? Because pretty soon, if you're supposed to start showing, and then you're not gonna actually show him. So when are you gonna tell him the truth?
What month is it again right now?
So a little bit, you're like in the precipice of July, so you're like almost towards August as well. So you're like in between.
I'm not gonna start showing until fucking. I'm not worried about it right now.
Damn. You know what?
Enough.
You are gonna be a great fake mother. Cheers to that.
And Ava will raise his beer and will say, and cheers to the winner of today's bucking contest, Arizona Holloway.
Hell yeah, I like that gift of prophecy or whatever the hell else you got going on.
Who are you even up against anyway?
I'm up against Lavina.
Wait, the one who tried to kill you?
Yeah, this time it won't work though, you know. She couldn't kill me. Hell no, she ain't gonna beat me in a contest. She can't even kill me.
You know
What's
what?
she gonna do to me?
You got a point there. And she can't try anything with everybody watching anyway, so.
Exactly. I mean, she could try something, but she ain't stupid enough for that.
So what else?
By the way, my mom left town, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. And we don't need to talk about it today, but I'm gonna tell you guys so you know, because I'm gonna be thinking about that later on.
Shit.
Yeah, I think your pregnancy beats it out, though.
We live such normal lives.
Proud of us, honestly.
At this point, you see at this point Frank is doing his thing again. He goes up to all three of you, camera, flashlight in your faces. Well, hello, intrepid townsfolk of Heights Valley. As you can see, we have a number of fine people here, starting off with the lovely Zona, followed up by the rowdy Ava and the mysterious Lizzie Stone. Lizzie, any comment about today's proceedings? How was your day?
I start running after Franklin.
Hey, it's for the town! It's for the town! As you see, he kind of just runs off. At this point, you see he runs, you stop at a moment. I think at this point, Cassidy comes over and kind of goes, wow, Lizzie, he's just recording, jeez.
In my face.
You look like you have some serious bad energy vibes. Everything okay?
Oh, she's just got a glow.
Fucking hippies.
Okay, I see words are being thrown in my direction. Anyways, you guys wanted to talk. It's not your chance. Cyrus had to go use the bathroom.
Right. And I assume that Zona and Ava would have like filled Lizzie in on the conversation that we had with Cassie
Yeah.
before. So she's like caught up to speed on what we know already, which isn't a ton, but just confirming kind of what we suspected before.
Look, if we're gonna talk, maybe we should find under the bleachers or somewhere. I don't want to be seen out in the open with you guys. No offense. It's just more of a safety
worries.
thing.
People in town have made it abundantly clear that they're fucking eyes and ears out everywhere.
Probably best that we're not
Yeah,
overheard anyway.
Yeah,
Dope,
there's a
dope.
lot of little corners we can head to around here.
Alright, follow me then, kiddos. Kind of walks off. You see he particularly goes what looks like to be very much in the back of like one of the bleachers. And with that kind of goes, okay, I assume everybody knows what's exactly going on, so what else do you guys really want to know? I don't know if I can like provide any more information than what I've given already, dude.
You said kidnapped by these people and kept there. We want to know if you know who is involved in this group.
To be honest, I thought they all died. I told you guys a long time ago. After they found me, they found a bunch of people dead in the woods.
But did you
Did
see?
they ask you to confirm their faces or anything? Did you
Yeah.
recognize any of the people they found?
I mean, yeah, but I couldn't tell anything. I mean, they were all wearing hoods. They look like to be maybe the right heights and whatnot.
Did you hear any of their voices or anything at all to be able to recognize them? They're here in this town, and we aren't sure who is and isn't involved, and it would be helpful if we could figure that out.
Guys, what you've told me is like very concerning, because if these people aren't dead, and if they're dying now or whatever, I'm concerned about myself and Cyrus. If you're telling me these people are alive, why haven't they come after me after like so many years? It's been over like 2 decades, my guy. Like, you don't let somebody who you're gonna sacrifice just off the hook. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, if it's true that you don't know anything, then there's no way for you to turn him in, right? So
I guess. I mean, it was such a blur. If you really want to talk to somebody that may know a little bit more about the case itself, there's always Dr. Moran.
God damn it. That motherfucker.
He was brought onto the case as like the chief psychologist guy. They thought originally that whoever kidnapped me were like serial killers, which probably in fact were, but they needed somebody to sort of maybe psychoanalyze their moves to help with like finding me. It kind of worked, I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
Will Graham type.
The hell is Will Graham?
You don't read books?
Do I look like I read books?
No, you don't even look like you know how to read.
Well, the only
Okay.
other thing I can tell you is I think maybe I understand why they're in Hearts Valley.
Why is that?
Well, after the whole thing happened, I decided to leave Heart Valley because I didn't want to stay around my trauma. So I went East Coast, tried to live a life. But when I left Heart Valley, I always felt like, I don't know. At first, it felt like someone just unplugged me. And then later on, I felt like I was drained, in a sense. I went on for a couple years until I just felt like part of me was missing. And then when I eventually decided to move back to Hearts Valley with Cyrus, I felt better than ever and felt like I was whole again. I chalked it up to being back home and being with the people I love, but maybe it's something more.
Like this whatever it is that they did to you that gave you this ability, like it's connected to the land here or something?
Could be. I mean, why else would there be a bunch of fucking cultists in the middle of nowhere?
Middle of nowhere is usually where we find cultists, I think.
That's just a theory. I'm not a big scientist kind of guy.
No, but it's gotta be connected to the land somehow. There's something funky about that plant I found. I mean, gee. Maybe
The
there's
flowers, the mist.
something. Maybe there's something special about this area, like some fancy geological thing, that makes people able to live longer, able to have these powers.
And maybe, dude, it could be like some crystal chamber shit.
I'm sorry, somewhat.
Like a show or whatever. Like, it's like, there's like these Muppet looking things, and like there's this crystal. It's like dark crystal or something. I get the name wrong sometimes. Cyrus loves the shit out of it, but I'm not a big, But it's essentially like, maybe there's something that like they pray to, in a sense. I don't know.
That would make sense.
And you really don't know anything else?
No, not really. Not beyond what you told me.
How do your powers manifest normally? Can you control them at all, or is it some special thing that activates them?
Stress is a big factor. Feeling like I'm on edge or I have to be on the defensive tends to really activate me. I've had to learn how to control myself in a sense, or unless I lash out, and then that's a whole problem. Essentially, it's stress triggers that tend to activate the power the most. It's like it's got to protect its host or something like that.
Protected its host.
Yeah, negative feedback in a sense. If your body realizes something's gonna harm it, it kind of prepares. So something like that.
All right. I mean, if that's the most that you have to tell us, then thank you. Thank you for sharing. I know it was hard and you don't like talking about it, so.
I understand. It's just you guys gotta promise me that this shit won't come back to me or Cyrus. I can't put them in danger like this.
Just stay away from my mother for now.
Okay, kiddo. I heard you moving.
I am?
Well, I kind of was driving through the neighborhood because I had to drop off some records. And I saw a moving truck in front of your house.
Hmm?
What?
I was in the morning, so I don't know. Were they quick or something?
And this is the first that Ava is hearing about this, so he has no idea what Cassidy is referring to.
Maybe they were just quick or whatever, or maybe it was like a consultation kind of thing. I don't know.
Why the hell would they be moving?
I have no idea. Thanks. I guess I gotta ask my dad about that.
No problem. Alright, I'm gonna hand out your hair kit. Cyrus is probably out the bathroom now and trying to find a 4-liter to down, so I gotta make sure moderation is the key. Good luck, guys. You see, kind of walks off. Leaves you all here in this moment. What do we do now, Kim?
Oh, there's just so much information. But right now, the thing that is important is you. And Ava turns to Arizona. It's your big day, and we will not let any of this stuff get in the way, okay?
Listen, we get through this, and God damn it, I think we can do anything.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
It's gonna be a long day.
Long night, if anything. At this moment, you do notice Percy's kind of looking around going, Doughnut! Doughnut!
Yeah, what's up, Percy?
Come on, I gotta set you up.
Alright. I'll head off. Give a final, little nod to both of you. And, yeah, get started.
Fantastic. You proceed to go around the back for Ava and Lizzie. Where are you guys going?
Wherever prime seats are to watch
Fantastic.
the big show.
Going up to the bleachers there is what you guys are going to be going up to. I will say that as you are going up to those bleachers, coming around, going up, you see at this point, Lizzie, Lola catches sight of you and kind of goes through and almost trying to flag you down for a second as they sort of go over to you, Lizzie.
I'll be right back. Alva, I'll see you.
Alright. And I think Ava just gives Lizzie a look yeah?
Don't fuck you, whatever. And then walks off very smoothly.
See Lola
A noticeable pep in the step going over to Lola, to Ava.
Hey, how are you doing?
It's been a long day.
I can imagine. Look, I have a question, and that's going to sound really weird, mysterious, and I swear to God, not at all murdery or culty or whatever, not horror-y.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering, are you, diehard set on watching the rodeo? Because there's this place I wanted to show you. I kind of been working on something that I wanted to kind of show you, in a sense. If you're not busy, if you're gonna stay or you just are not comfortable, that's fine. But it's just it's a thing I've been working on. I've been working on it, and you see they kind of are stumbling their way through it.
Okay. The Lord tests me every day in strange and mysterious ways. If we go now, do you think that we'll be able to get to the rest of it? The rodeo?
Sure, yeah. I think if we're... I hope.
Do I see Zona right now, or is Zona busy?
Zona's just in very much in the trenches, getting set up on the horse.
I'm in the the little thing that where they put the horse in and they get you the ride, and it's a small.
They're getting ready to put him right in there. So.
I'm locked in.
I don't know if there's like a whistle that I have that is just like very, very clearly like Lizzie's, condescending whistle of like focus up, that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
I'll whistle to get Zona's attention really quick.
Yeah, if anything, Zona gets it right quick as you're just going through, just hound.
And I like sort of curtly like gesture with my thumb that I'm with Lola. That like another head gesture of like, we're gonna step out for a second.
Oh, Zona just flashes you a.
I think Zona's fine. We can get the fuck out of here for a second.
Let's go. And with that, you see, I think they'll walk. You don't have to drive per se, but they walk off. You go into the woods. For you, Ava, you're trying to find a seat. You do notice Jay is kind of up there, kind of like flags you down, of like if you need a seat, there's a spot here.
Ava's a little surprised to see Jay motioning for him to join him, but will kind of, with Lizzie gone to do who knows what gay shenanigans with Lola, Ava is going to take the opportunity out of curiosity and will walk over and sit next to Jay.
Very haphazardly, awkwardly, kind of goes, hey, I didn't know if you had I saw Lizzie was down there, but then they left, so I thought you needed a spot.
Hey, yeah, that's real nice of you. I didn't know we were talking.
Yeah, I have a lot to say and apologize for, but we can do it after Zona's done.
Okay. Sure. You got any popcorn?
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. And kind of with that, kind of pulls over to the side, gives you popcorn. And last but not least, going over to you, Zona. You're getting ready. They're very much preparing you. You're about to go in. You do notice that as you do, at the moment, it seems like someone is going at the moment, and you see it is Lavana. You see they are on that horse. It's bucking, going all over the place. And you can see they're on it for about a good 8 seconds. And then they are tossed off, letting them and very much bumping them to the top as they're in first place right now.
I'll do better.
Boo, boo. But with that,
man, I'm gonna do better than that.
announcer kind of goes over, and that is Lavana going up to the first place here. Next up's going to be the one and only Arizona Holloway. Quick break, folks. With that, you see Lavana kind of dusting themselves off, walking back with that sort of cowboy stone, and kind of goes, oh, well, if it isn't the Holloway.
What's up, you commie bastard?
I'm doing okay, you American piece of shit.
I see you're about to fail at one more thing.
I don't know. I think today the Holloway name is lost in bunking tournament.
Sorry, I couldn't quite understand you over the sound of my freedom.
You can joke all you want, but when I have that shiny new buckle belt and all the bunnies that come with it, I will make sure I give one to you as gift.
Women on property here in the U.S. You'd know that if you cared to learn about the culture at all.
You see Percy go, all right, Lavana, that's enough of that. Well, good luck to you. Hopefully the horse does the job that I've been trying to do, so good luck to you.
Oh,
and
if
also
it's any
remember,
good at it with you, I'll be fine.
Well, don't forget to use your hips. I know it is something you're quite fond of.
Slut. That commie slut.
You see Percy very much like as you're just like looking daggers in the eyes. You say, hey, focus up, kid. Right. Remember the rules. You remember what I taught you.
I know. Use my hips.
He's on the back here as well. Try to stay as long as you possibly can. You gotta beat 8 seconds. It may look easy. It's not easy. And I think it's more important than the both of us. That he's about you. It's not about your dad. It's not about your mom. It's about you.
Thanks, Percy.
You see Trinity in the back going, you'll give him hell. Don't worry about it.
I'll give a wink to Trinity. As long as I got a little heavy waiting for me on the other side. Ooh.
I got you. as
I
you
have to
prepare
flirt.
yourself.
I have to flirt. I have to.
You have to. You have to flirt. But with that, the stage is set. Everybody's getting ready as the next person up on the events here is a Holloway. Before we get to that, I think it's a good place to take our break. So with that, everyone, the Rodeo's on a break. He's got to go on a pee break just like everybody else. So you out there, use El Baño. Grab yourself a scrumptious snack, and we'll be right back with the second half. See you soon, folks. Well, howdy there, my ramp punches and refuncted in language. I'm trying to do English and I'm failing. But hello there, folk. It was going somewhere and it failed. But with that in mind, let's not focus on me as the camera shifts over to Zona. Zona, you are in it. You are at this moment very much chin tucked, legs in, ready to go. Almost a half second. 2, 3, and the gates open and this thing goes wild. At first you think this shit's unfair, as this horse really, really, really does not like you and is doing everything on God's green earth to get you off. In this instance, you are bucking this thing. So here's how we're gonna do this. You gotta get 3 successes here, and with that, you can use whatever stat you want. If you want to draw on your wildfire, you can do that, or if you want to draw on one of your base stats, use that.
What is a success? What counts as a success?
We're gonna do a little bit of increasing difficulty. So right now you're trying to beat 3 because we'll go to the 8 seconds here. So we'll go off of 5, 10, and then 15 is the last thing here.
Okay. I'm gonna start off for the 5. I'm gonna try and use my wildfire.
Okay. Lovely. So what's your wildfire?
It's a D8.
D8. All right, roll it if you be so kind.
Give me a 5. Fucking hell! A 4.
Got a 4.
Can I use my adversity token to make it a 5?
If you do. Yes, you can. You get to 5.
Okay.
So you'll be good there.
5. Next one, I'm gonna do grit. I need to make a 10.
So with that, let me describe it real quick. Give you the universe some time to let you go. With that, you use your wildfire, calling back to whatever knowledge you possibly can. As you can see that while everybody's in the bleachers, you can see that those 3 ghosts that almost like follow you a lot seem to be watching as well. And in this instance, you use your hips. You lock in very much at this point, almost iron grip this thing as you are. You can hear the announcers, and Zona's bucking like a motherfucker right now. Looks like they're going on. Let's see if they keep going. Now you're at a 10. So what are you going to use now?
I'm going to use my grit. Use a D20.
D20. I will say for
15.
15. Fantastic. With that, gripping on, you understand in your mind, okay, so this is what I have to do. You keep using your hips. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. You're at 5 seconds right now. Going through, it is going like crazy as you have to almost like drift this thing around the arena, sand kicking up as you're holding on here. It's your last one here. You got a beat of 15.
Okay, I'm doing a grit again. Come on. 12.
12. Try staying on it, and at this moment you see you are slipping off. Got 2 out of 3 here, so with that, since you made it so far, you get one more shot at this. If you fail this one, you don't get it.
Need a 15?
You get 15. So still same number, but since you succeeded so much, you're still able to grip on, but you do notice you're slipping off to the side at the moment.
Oh!
You got a what?
20.
And that's 20? You know what? Narrative control. How do you win this? You are slipping. You are very much at this point on the edge.
I mean, okay. I got this. You watch as Zona, she's using her hips. She's struggling a bit. There's a couple moments where underneath her, this huge wild animal like bucks, and you can tell, is a little, that was unexpected. And she's not riding with it. And my Wildfire Club friends, you would see, after she nearly falls and somehow gets herself back to the position she needs to be in, there's a quick moment where Zona looks cascaded, like almost outlined in this blue light, as she remembers a memory that is not her own. but rather that of the many Holloway winners before. Going through her mind like when you see a film strip and there's like many images, just her playing each of those, and each section, each strip is a different way that one of these Holloways won, a different technique that they used, and she is able to tap into what she needs to stay on and win the goddamn belt.
You're so focused on winning, you're just to a point where you try your best to get off the horse. It goes quiet. As you see there's sort of that ringing in your ear from hitting the ground on your head. And for a moment, as you sort of look up, still not really able to hear anything, covered in sand and dust, you see the crowd gets up, elated. And as almost the volume turns back up, you see your time, 10 seconds. Not only did you win, but it seems you have broken the record held in your family's name as well.
Hell yes.
You see
Hell
that
yeah.
the announcers, and with that, Holloway wins it! With that, one of the cowboys going around, what you doing? Throw your hat!
I'll take off my hat, toss it. I'm aiming towards Ava in the audience.
I go to catch it.
Hell yeah!
And as you're celebrating, you can see those 3 spirits that are in front. While they are standing there, and you're not able to get any good sense of emotion out of them, you just see them slowly put their fingers up to their hats and tip it your way.
Beautiful.
And with that, you go over. Percy's giving you a hug. Trinity is also there as well, trying to maybe a little bit more of an intimate hug, if anything. As you are guys going in, and as that's going on there, camera shifts over to you, Ava. Ava, you got this hat. You see Jay go, well, damn, I didn't think you'd catch that.
I'm good at a lot of things. And Zona did amazing.
They did. I mean, I didn't have a doubt, but watching it in action's always something.
This is so exciting. I'm so glad. I'm glad that we were here.
Glad you guys are here. I know it's a weird feeling sometimes being here. The people are... Well, so they got good days, they got bad days. And I guess, if anything, probably a good time to apologize to you for the things I said in the Grove.
Look, it's fine. I get it.
Oh, it's not fine. I said things that I shouldn't. It's just I've spent a lot of time avoiding home and trying not to think of Amber, and everything that's kind of happened has brought those bad sides of me out.
Went through a lot, and well, you were right at the end of the day. You know, about my mother being involved, you were right. And so you had a right to be angry. Just, I'm sorry that you lost somebody so close to you, and that it's all coming up now, and it's hard. I can't imagine just how hard it must be.
I learned recently that there's only so much we can hold on to without opening up to others. Especially with this weird fucking power thing. I can see a lot of mistakes people have made in the past by not talking.
And Ava looks over at Zona, who is being, swept up in all this revelry and celebration and love, as they rightfully deserve. And, in the back of Ava's mind is Lizzie, who is out there somewhere with Lola, hopefully having a wonderful time. And Ava just feels very grateful, I think, in this moment, that of all of the ridiculous shit that has happened to all of us, that we have had each other. We've had each other, and we will have each other. And Ava roils that thought around in his mind about hiding things not being open. Yeah, sometimes keeping things in can be burdensome.
You're one of us, Ava. I know what I've said before and what other people may tell you. You're, at the day, part of the valley.
Yeah, you think so?
If anybody says otherwise, I'll punch them square in the face.
I've never seen you punch anybody before.
I'm military certified.
Ugh, gross.
You remind me a lot of her.
Who? Amber?
Yeah. Amber was very much the fuck you to the government. And they would have probably kicked Cyclone's ass before they even stepped foot in the door.
Sucks I didn't get to know her.
Oh, you would have done a lot of community action, you two together. You would have fucking burnt this place to the ground before you let anybody touch it.
It's a shame. But if doing this, if being together and fighting Cyclone is kind of in a way what they would have done, then, what a way to keep her alive.
Yeah.
Why don't you join us in the campaign against Cyclone? I mean, they're clearly up to some shady shit, and you could carry on Amber's legacy, so to speak.
I'm not a big talker guy, I
You don't
fumble
have
my
to
words
talk.
and
There's a lot of things you can do that don't need you to talk.
Alright then. Let me know when the next meeting is and I'll show up.
Fuck yeah. And Ava will, I think, put an arm across Jay's shoulder and pull him in, and then kind of looking back towards Arizona, will just start hooting and hollering towards the hallway, their hat still in his hand.
I think as that's going on, you see somebody, one of the nearby vendors, kind of screams, Ava! We got an avatar!
Yeah, over here.
You got a phone call. Ellis, I think your dad?
Oh, yeah, alright. Hang tight, cowboy.
Got it.
Ava will turn and head towards the vendor for this phone call.
Yeah, hand over, go over. You see your dad, a little slightly panicky, not in terms of anything too crazy, but he goes, "Hey, kiddo, I need you back at the house. Your mom's not doing too hot right now, and
What's
I
going
gotta take her
on?
to the hospital. It's just she seems to be having troubles breathing. I don't know. I think
Okay,
maybe anxiety. I don't know, but I kind of need your help here, kiddo, because
okay, yeah.
the car's out of service. And
Yeah. You call the ambulance quickly and get her there, and I'll meet you at the hospital. Okay?
I got you. All right.
Hangs
up. Lizzie's not around, and Zona's right now dealing with their stuff. So What are you gonna do?
And I came here with Lizzie in Lizzie's truck, so I don't have my motorcycle, unfortunately.
You don't.
So I think Ava's just gonna go back to Jay, because Jay drives, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna go back to Jay, like find him in the stands still if he's still there, and it's gonna say, "Hey, community favor, need to cash it in right now if that's okay. Could you drive me to the hospital?"
Sure, yeah. I got you. Should we let the other two know, or?
Yeah, we could leave like a message with them or something that if they can't, I just don't want to interrupt Zona's big day, you know.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing. It's fine anyway. But
so not hospital, not your house, right?
yeah, hospital.
Gotcha. All right, let's go.
And we will go, and I will leave a message with like through Jay to other people to just tell Zona and Lizzie whenever people can find them that I am at the hospital, and if they are done with their things, they should come and meet me there.
Gotcha. As that's going on, we go over to Lizzie. Lizzie, for the most part, you guys walk in the woods for a little bit of concern in your minds as it is dark, even though it is a bright full moon at the moment. But as you continue to walk through the night, a little bit further and further away from the main event of what's going on, you finally enter into this open space. You seem to be at one of the nearby lakes in the region. Maybe somewhere in the national park, maybe close or adjacent. But primarily you can see as this sort of full moon hits over the lake and fireflies buzz about. There seems to be what looks like to be an abandoned church nearby it. You see it's very old, like maybe 1800s built, maybe late. Still very much built of like that wood. Lights are on the inside, and with that Lola kind of goes, "Well, welcome to my little hideaway. Home away from home."
You said you wanted this to not be culty?
I know it's a little weird, but I found this when I was walking the trails one day, and no one really seemed to care. I asked in town, in terms of like, is this a government protected or whatever? And they just said no. So I just kind of found this place.
Okay.
Come on. And with that kind of gestures over to you to follow.
Follow behind. Just let her lead the entire way.
Walks around the lake, gets to the door, and as it opens, and you see before you a wondrous sight. You see that among the place, it's built in a similar fashion, almost like the Iron Bull. As you can see, like Christmas lights are sort of hanging from the top, providing the main source of light within this place. You can also see there's probably like a generator or something nearby. But beyond that, you see there is a lot of canvases and paints here. As you see, they've kind of retrofitted the inside of this old church into what looks like to be some sort of art studio. You see there are various paintings here of people in town, Harps Valley, and sort of naturist parks and paths that are there, as you never knew that Lola painted.
What is this place?
Well, when I was in my time in the army, I kind of picked up a hobby of painting. Especially when you're Air Force, you're kind of grounded a lot. So I picked up a couple things, and I love painting. It's one of the things I do to relax me. And I don't really let people know because I don't...
People get nosy.
I'm not nosy. It's just I don't want critiques on it. It's not meant for that in a sense. It's just something I do for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing I need is people coming over, especially Frank, Because Frank likes to be artsy, and he probably would ask me to paint some bullshit, and I really don't.
Not why.
But the thing I wanted to show you, I need you to close your eyes. And you see that kind of going over, pulling something. This is for you, so close your eyes. And on the count of 10...
For me?
Yes, for you. So on the count of 10, you're going to open your eyes. You ready?
I'm counting, or are you counting?
Let me count, because I'm going to set it first, and then...
Okay.
So I'll count. You just sit there. With that, you don't see anything, but you get a lot of scrounging, a lot of like pulling things off the side. Just you hear it under the breath. God damn it, fuck! And then, all right. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And 1. Ta-da! And you see on an easel, hand up, looks like to be you, Lizzie. You see it seems to be in a light that I don't think Lizzie has ever seen yourselves in. I mean, you know from pictures and everything you've ever taken, it has been like the signature scowl, that sort of demeanor of don't fuck with me is kind of what you've seen most of your life. But the painting here is a little bit different. You see that it's in a wondrous light, water painted, and apparently it looks like of you at the bar one of those days. They must have like sketched it and then painted it later. As you are in your natural environment, and I think if anything, you're seeing yourself in a different light that I don't think you've ever seen. As you see Lola on the side going, ta-da! I know you are moving a lot of things in your house with Gene Sampson and your parents' pictures, and I know you're probably going to get rid of a lot of things, which means a lot of empty space. So I thought I'd make you something to sort of hang up if you're not. To remind you that, you're awesome, but that, they really remind you of who you are, in a sense.
A portrait of myself in the house that I live in by myself.
Well, yeah, I know there's not a lot of, like, current pictures that you seem particularly happy in, so I thought maybe, I know, something to brighten the moodiness.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that because I don't know what to say. This is...
Do you like it? Is, I guess, my primary concern.
If
you don't, I mean, it's fine. I can always just, a little...
It's not that I don't like it or anything like that. I just... It's interesting because I've never seen myself in this way.
I mean, that's... how I see you, at least.
It's beautiful. And thank you, Lola. Thank you. Jeez.
It's the least I can do. I mean, you've been there when I needed you, and you helped with my dad's stuff. Kicked the shit out of those guys that try to fuck up his event, so it's the least I can do for you, Lizzie.
The things that I do for you, they're not... It doesn't take a lot of effort out of my part. Like, yeah, it takes a lot of time and things like that, but it's good work. And I care about you. And, your family I care about.
Lizzie, and you see they kind of get closer, hold your hands. I care about you too. But more than a friend, if that makes sense. And I know it's a scary concept. Even when I'm saying this, I'm a little scared. Because people like us, it's not easy nowadays. And I would understand if that's not something you're okay with. But after everything that's happened and the people I've lost or been hurt, I can't not say anything. I don't want to live my life with any more regrets.
Lizzie is just remembering yesterday, the day even before all of these events. Ava's mother telling them that there is this greater person out there that will be going after their loved ones. This is everything that Lizzie didn't even know that she was waiting for. Lola's face and their eyes and this perfect, entirely romantic setup. What Lizzie knows is the most rational thing, the most logistical thing is to walk away. But I think what she does do at the very least, she goes over and holds Lola very tight. I care about you in a way more than anything I think I've ever understood. Samson and I did not love each other.
I know.
But it was the thing that would appease the most people. And I don't want to, especially because he's not here anymore, but there's still so much of his presence around here. His father. And then sort of like letting her go.
Lizzie, I understand more than anything what it's like to be someone and be something different and trying to have a normal life here. I want to see where this goes with you. And if that means me having to be 007 in order to even be within your presence, I will do it. But if you want this to stop, if you don't want me, I will stop this. But I'm very animate about my position on this. I like you, and I'm willing to risk my name and my life if it means I get to be with you.
When Lola says their life, Lizzie reaches out to hold both of Lola's hands in hers. More than anything, I want this. I want you. I want to be with you. The way that life is going on right now, it's just... She's in Lizzie's mind, she doesn't even want to say that it's dangerous. Like, she hasn't even been telling Lola, like, what's been going on, like, what she's doing, but hey, like, why not? Why not, actually? Lizzie looks at her. I'm gonna show you something.
Sure.
And I don't know how this will answer any of your questions. I don't know what this is gonna mean between your feelings about me or what kind of situation it'll put you in, but things have changed in my life and the people around me, and I'm just gonna show you first, okay?
Okay.
This is why it's complicated. And she takes out a little lighter. The little flame as the little ignition. And then I'd like to use Wildfire to essentially take the flame from the lighter and make it a controlled little blue flame in my left hand.
For the purposes of this, you don't have to roll anything. You just... Astonished for a moment, steps back. And then gets closer to you as they almost like admire it like a flame at a bonfire. Does it hurt?
No. And I think as Lola gets closer to it, the flame becomes smaller instinctively to like shy away from Lola's touch. And Lizzie lets it go because this is a place, you know, entirely full of paper and dust. Something happened to me, and it made my life exponentially more dangerous. This is just a part of it. And it's not even just that I'm thinking about fucking Samson or his family. I got wrapped up in some stuff. And you'll damn well get wrapped up in it too if we start now.
Lizzie?
Yeah.
I don't care. And you see at this point they go towards you for a kiss. Do you allow this to happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
And at that moment, what is Lizzie feeling?
Almost as if I could halo the both of us in fire, in a blue, gentle fire where, you know, that story in the Bible where the Christians who were able to hold the fire above their head without getting burnt, be able to walk through fire without getting burnt. There are so many tests from God, from maybe not even God. Whatever this is, whatever this feeling is, it feels like fire, and fire in its own right has a completely different relationship in science to Lizzie now than it ever did as a firefighter. Her fire is good. And this feeling between the two of them is good. And it's not... It's messy, but it's not something bad or to hide away from forever. it's scary. But it is what she's wanted for a very long time.
As the camera begins to pan away from, I think, almost the first bit of joy you felt in a very, very long time. Cuts over to you, Zona, as you see the adventure dying down at this moment. Right now, you're at the table where they're sort of signing off. You're just getting your money. Got a little bit extra cash now, a little extra money there. But also, you can see like rows upon rows of the belts, and with that, one of the older gentlemen goes, Well, look, there's another Holloway with some prize money in a buckle. It's another Tuesday, you ask me. You can sign your name right here, Miss Holloway.
Go sign my name. Thank you, old timer.
Here you go. Nice, new, shining bright and fine for you. Great job, dear kiddo. Can't wait to see you again.
I gotta look at the belt and take it in. And I don't feel like happy or completed necessarily. But there's a sense of like, well, I did that, you know. I marked it off the list. I did what I'm supposed to do. And there's a little bit of joy in that.
With that, Percy kind of goes over. Believed in you, kiddo.
I know you did. That's why you were betting on me, right?
Yeah. And you see a couple guys go, motherfucker. And you just hand him like cash in hand. Betting on you, kiddo. Don't worry about it. I gotta pack these horses up, so you gotta come too, or you hang out with your friends? What's going on?
No, I'll help you pack the horses up before I head out. I will get that much.
Yeah. All right, Trinity, come on. With that, Trinity kind of goes there and goes over to you. Nice job there, kid.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Any bunnies around you nowadays after you got that belt, or is it kind of like when you walk about town, they get attracted to you?
They haven't found me yet, but, you know, you might be scaring them off there.
I'm sorry, I'll try my best not to. I just don't like sharing.
Who says you have to?
And at this moment, all of you either getting to where you need to go. I think just for expediency, slight sake here, you, Ava, are kind of pulling up to the hospital. And at this instance, you, Zona, are going in the back, sort of helping the horses up, getting them up in. And then you see somebody pull up to the side here. You see next to you, on your left side, on your right side, is Percy and Trinity. And behind, sort of like, as you're in that sort of maze-like structure there, you see your mom is there.
Sorry, does Zona see this or does Ava see this?
Sorry, Zona. I'm just saying,
Okay.
Ava, you get to the hospital, so just for seeing
Oh, I
Percy
thought.
here.
I
No,
thought
this
we were
is you,
talking
Zona.
about
This
Ava.
is you, Zona. Nope.
My
Zona,
mom
you.
is here?
Your mom is there.
Oh, fuck. Okay. What does she look like? What's
You
the expression on her
see,
face?
her expression is anger. You see that they're still wearing the same clothes, a little slightly disheveled. But you swear, at the corner of their eyes, there's a slight mist to it.
My mom's?
Yeah.
I'll go up to her.
See, person goes, "You good, Zona?"
Yeah, I'm fine. The hell are you
Walk up.
doing here? I thought you got out of town.
You walk towards your mother. And in this split second, as you get halfway, you have a choice here. As you see, there is a gun being pulled up from behind their back. And they are going to shoot, looks like two of your friends here. So my question for you, Zona, is are you going to get in the way or dive in the way? of Lizzie or Percy? I mean, sorry, Lizzie or Percy. Trinity or Percy?
Can I? How close am I to her?
You're halfway to her, so it's very much like you're
How many
in between.
feet? How many feet?
Trying to think. Maybe 3, maybe 4.
Oh, 3 or 4? Dude, I'm tackling her.
I will say for this instance, it seems like she's a little faster than usual, so you got a choice here. You can tackle her, but if you don't succeed, it's gonna be up for both of them.
I'm tackling her. I'm trying to save them both. I see her with a gun, and my first instinct is pin her down.
Fantastic. If you'd be so kind, give me this is gonna be a flight check, if anything, because you're trying to be fast. So I need a flight check here. Let's make it 10.
Oh, fuck. I gotta explode if this is the case. Oh my god, I exploded!
Fantastic. Roll again.
On a 7 for a 15.
15. With that, you see the gun gets pulled out. You are fast enough that you and almost like football tackle your mother to the ground. And at this instance, the gunshot goes off. It pings Ricochet. You see it grazes Percy. But with that, Trinity gets down behind the truck. And with that, your mother's like fighting you back, looking you in the eye, going, "You're fucking disappointed. You have always tried to be your father's daughter, and yet you fail each and every fucking time."
Is the gun still in her hand?
Yeah.
I'm trying to wrestle that shit out of her hand. I'm putting my knee to her wrist to get her to let it go.
Fight check. You gotta fight against your mom.
That I'm fighting her. I don't mind. What's the stat that I'm
Let's
beating?
see. You gotta beat a 10. She rolled a d10 and got a 10.
Okay, please explode. That's a 2. That's not gonna do that.
Make a quick check for me, please.
Okay. Cool. Cool and cool. That grit is sitting at an 18.
18. With that, you see the bullet goes. She tries to shoot you in the stomach. But with that, you're able to dodge at the side. You get slightly pinched in this moment, but they're able to sort of get themselves up here. And they have the gun pointed straight at your head. I was always disgusted by you, Zona. Your father did a lot of bad things in his life, and when I found out you were born at the same fucking time, and I haven't had the heart in me to get rid of it until today. You see, at this point, Percy goes in and dives at your mother. Very much for a split moment, gun goes away from your head, but now Percy's in the sights as he's like trying to hold your mother down.
Oh my god. Fuck, I'm helping him fight her. Like, I'm trying to get this gun away, kicked away. Does it fall out of her hands when he dives?
Still, your mother's got a tight fucking grip. You see it's still in there, so you got a shot here if you want.
Fuck it. You know what? Do I have my gun on me?
Yeah, you do.
I'm shooting her wrist. I'm shooting her hand to get rid of that fucking gun. That gun is going down in one way or another. I don't give a shit if I hurt her.
You pull out the gun. We'll get to you in a hot moment.
Okay, cool.
We'll go over to you, Lizzie. As you are mid-session here with the person you really have, for a long time here,
Fuck.
You notice that the windows in this place close, and the door behind you shuts as well. You see a look goes, "Oh, is that you?"
No. I get up. I summon Wildfire, and I want to have fire at the ready.
You summon Wildfire, but as you do, you notice something in the back of this wooden structure begins to light up. As you see, something from the outside has lit a fire on one of the nearby walls, and it's beginning to spread very fast and rapidly. But that you hear Lizzie?
Lizzie just breathes deep in and big. And she wants to use the wildfire in a way she hasn't before, which is to control it and have it die down.
Royal Wildfire from me, please. We'll just see what you get here. As you attempt to almost like control this thing inside of you. You see the fires raging. Will has to back away, and it's very problematic with these paints as well, as you see the paint only helps spread it.
Yep. Just see what I get. No difficulty.
Yeah.
Explode.
What you get? So what are you at now?
Oh shit, yeah. So my wildfire is an 8. So
You're at an 8 now, or you were at an 8?
Sorry. Exploding gets me to D10.
Gotcha. So I'm just keeping that. So you're at a D10 now.
I'm at a D10 now. Oh shit, Jesus Christ. Okay, that means it's a D8 plus D10.
Yeah.
That's a 10. That's a 10.
That's a 10? Roll a D12.
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
No, I'm worried.
Don't worry about it. Hey, look there, kiddo. You're doing great. You're doing fantastic. There's some broken numbers
So
there.
18. That's a 1. So 19.
19. With that, you begin to feel a surge and power begin to grow in you as you seem to have some essence of control, even though you're feeling slightly weaker in other things that you'll probably get to later. But for the moment, you have control of flame at the moment.
I want to be able to control the fire. I want it to die down as much as possible.
Using that, you almost like in motion, using that flame begins to go down, but as you control one fire, you see another one starts to spread on the other side of the house. Somebody's outside starting this shit.
Okay. I don't know what to do. I need you to get out of here, but I don't want you out of my sight either.
The door's fucking closed.
I want to summon or conjure the fire that I don't know. I still don't understand it enough to know that if the fire has been stored somewhere, but I want to blow the door open.
Give me a wildfire check with a D12
Okay.
this time.
I just will get behind me, just get close. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hang on. That's a 10.
10. With that, you almost like sucking up the oxygen as well to provide it almost like propulsion to it. The door kind of cracks open under the weight of like the flames, heat, and everything that's inside of here, providing an exit. You gotta let Lola go first.
No, I want her behind me, like pressed right behind me.
Fantastic. With that, you proceed to go out, getting ready for what's going on. I need a grit check from you, Lizzie. Be so kind.
Oh no.
Let's get a 10.
That's not happening. That's a 2.
As you go outside, getting ready for what's going to happen, you see somebody shoot you in your leg as you immediately are shot through. You're at superficial damage. As you see the person holding the gun, Lola hands raised in the air. As you see their sister. And you see a slight tinge of blue behind the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look who I found here. The gay lovers. How cliche. You see Lola, what are you doing? Lizzie! You going about town, trying to fix everyone's life because yours is so fucking pitiful. I can't throw up right now, but if I could. God, you are just a walking sad story, aren't you? And now that someone actually loves you, I wonder if anything was gonna change. Or were you gonna find a new way to spin this as a crutch for your sick, sad little life?
I don't have time for corporate poetry. What do you want?
This isn't corporate. This is me. For the longest time, I have been holding this in because it's about what's doing right, what's doing proper, but you, your fucking friends, keep going around making everybody's life worse. And I think it's about time somebody did something to deal with you. And at this point, you see, she looks like she's about to fire again, but at this point gets in a struggle with Lola as Lola's like, stop it! Cut over to you, Ava. Ava, you pull up to the, getting close to pulling up to the hospital. But as you're going through, you can see that there seems to be some sort of smoke nearby. Not from any sort of fire, but you can see there seems to be some sort of car crash.
Okay, and there's a car crash, you said, by the hospital?
Yeah, almost like you're getting close to the hospital where like if you do a turn and then if you go right, you'll be there, but you can see it's like almost at the turn.
Okay, I'm in the car with Jay. Right, Jay is driving me to the hospital,
Yeah.
and I look out the window and I see this. Do I recognize any of the cars that are in this crash?
You do. Not cars, but a car. Your dad's car.
Jay, stop. Pull over.
What? Oh, okay.
Pull over.
Yep. Pulling.
And, like, before Jay has even properly come to a stop, Ava has opened the passenger door and, like, ran out of it, leaving it open ajar behind him, and he runs over towards the car wreck.
Run over towards the car. We're going through. You can see that whatever happened, it seems like maybe some sort of tire went over and then crashed. And with that, you're kind of looking through. It seems that your dad is there. You see he's still hanging off, sort of like upside down at the moment from the car crash. But your mom, you don't necessarily see. You think maybe they're maybe around because you can see there's blood that kind of goes off to the side as they turn around.
On the ground next to this car that is upside down, I think looking in through the window, through the broken window, Ava says, Hey, Dad.
You see he's kind of... Ava,
Are you okay?
look out! I need you to make a crit check for me, please.
Ah! I got a 10.
Got a 10. With that, you dodge out the way as you see somebody with a knife comes down near you. It looks like maybe a piece of shard of glass, and you see holding it in her hand, very bloody, dripping off, still that sort of deranged anger in their eye. You see Cyrus.
And Ava is like turned around on his back on the asphalt of this road, leaning up against this car and looking up. Cyrus? What the fuck are you doing?
You. Always trying to help everyone.
Excuse me?
You try to be a part of this place when you're not. You'll think it clean you of the sins you committed.
Since
What
what?
you did to him.
What are you talking about, Cyrus? Call the ambulance. My dad is in the car. They crashed, and I don't know where my mom is. She was supposed to be here too. And you have your phone on you.
Oh, I know where your mother. Traitor to our people. They don't have very long.
Did your dad tell you?
You see at this point, Jay pulls his gun from the truck. Cyrus, put it down! Town hero! Returned home. God. You see a slight mist of blue in their eyes as well, Ava. Take your shot! Hot shot.
Hey, let's all just calm down. And I would like to use my wildfire to try and calm everyone the fuck down.
Lovely. Use your wildfire, please.
Okay. I got a 6.
Got a 6. You see Jake kind of goes, fine. Kind of puts his gun down. You see Cyrus looks calm for a moment. Walking towards you as they look kind of confused. For a smile hits their face and they go, that doesn't work on me. I need you to make another grit check, please.
I got a 3.
With that, you see they take their knife. They look like they're aiming for your heart, but you move your hand just in time as it goes straight through as you go on the ground. As you have to sort of stop them at this moment, struggling in between. As Jay is calm right now. Very much in this moment of not going to be able to do anything with the gun as he's doing what you were doing. Like, you guys need to stop! In this moment, as that's happening, we go back to you, Zona, as you are currently shooting what looks like to be the hand of your mother's. I won't say you have to really do anything as you just shoot a hole in their arm. You see Percy kind of go, what the fuck?
I gotta get it out of her hand.
I think, let me roll real quick. Let's see something here. Because you are inflicting a serious amount of pain here. In this moment, you see your mom comes out of it. As you can see, whatever this pain was so immense, dripping as you see. Ah! Zona, what the? Percy, what did you do? What's going on? I don't understand. I was on the freeway.
Ma? Do you remember getting here?
I don't remember getting here.
I'm gonna get close. I'm kicking the gun away and I'm getting close to her and I'm looking in her eyes.
There's nothing in their eyes. It just looks like they're scared. You're fucking
My
trying to...
mother signed that contract, right?
No, they did not.
My mom didn't. Okay.
You didn't sign the contract.
I don't know what the hell is going on. You came back and you started shooting.
I was leaving town. Why the fuck would I come back?
I don't know. Sound like you wanted to kill me.
You hear behind you? Well, at least someone is doing a better job than I am.
Fucking bitch. I'm looking back at her. I still have my gun in my hand, right?
You do, but you do notice they have Trinity at gunpoint. I don't know exactly...
Lavana? Whatever the fuck her name is.
Yes, you see gun pointed to Trinity's head. I don't know exactly what is going on here, but I think it's a perfect opportunity to deal with our unfinished business.
Why the hell do you have the gun pointed at Trinity when he's supposed to be pointed at me?
Well,
Your gaydar that bad you can't tell the difference?
I like the jokes you make. I'm going to need you to put the gun down. It makes the next part easier.
Absolutely fucking not.
Well, you see, pointing ahead, if you were to shoot me in the head, I believe the scientist called that dead man's trigger and then...
I'm shooting her in the middle of that sentence. I don't give a fuck. I don't like this bitch. While she is talking, I am going. Like,
fantastic. Please do. This is going to be fight check against their flight check.
I don't give a fuck.
18.
I hate her. I hate her. Bet. Fight. Bet. Come on, dude. A 9. I'm gonna use an adversity to get it up to a 10 so I can blow it.
Alright.
Come on, give me something. A 3? Motherfucker. Okay, so 13 total.
You try shooting their arm. You see they dodge out the way. At this point, they deck Trinity, get behind the truck. And at this point, one of the bullets fly off. Doesn't hit you, but he hits Percy right in the kneecap. As he goes down, God, damn it, and kind of begins to try to find cover wherever he can.
Oh my god. Is Trinity's down on the ground, I'm assuming.
Yep, they're like knocked unconscious or they're very groggy at this point. As you see, taking cover behind your truck is Lavana. Kind of goes, we can just end this right here, right now.
Behind
All you have to
my
do
truck? Wait, we're by my truck?
You're by your truck, technically.
Does this count as me being chased?
You're not being chased per se. I'm not gonna say this is not being chased.
Oh, she's trying to kill me. Come on.
She's not chasing you, she's right there.
Okay, fine.
If you want to get something out of your truck, that's a different story, but she's not chasing you at the moment. You're not running. Unless you are running, I guess it's a different story.
Okay, got it.
So you can run, and you can use that if you're running, but if you're gonna stay and fight, then no.
I'm staying and fighting. I don't give a shit. Trinity's passed out.
Trinity's unconscious. The other problem is your mother. Your mother is very confused what's going on right now, and is at this point
I'm just gonna yell out to her, Ma, get Percy in your car. Drive off.
With that, they're kind of like on their fours, like going over the Percy, kind of go over. You see Percy goes, I'm not leaving you with that psychopath.
Yes, the hell you are. You don't have much of a fucking choice, do you? I'm grabbing the gun that my mother had. I have 2 guns now. 2 guns.
Yep.
And I am stalking this bitch. Where is she?
Unload. Are you gonna keep using fight or gonna use something else?
Oh, I'm fighting, my dude.
Fantastic.
I'm fighting.
Fight.
Let's go. I'm going straight at her. Okay.
7.
I need to beat a 7. 9.
Fantastic. You. At this point, just unloading. You see, you're hitting your truck as you see glass breaks, hits the side, dunce. You see they're trying to take cover, and at this point, you turn around the corner, and at this point, just a standoff. As you see, they have their guns straight right at your head, and you have both of your guns pointed straight at them. As you heal, I believe they call this a standoff in the movies. I wonder what will happen now, all the way. Will my bullet enter your head, or will your bullets enter my sternum before any of us can get the shot off?
I don't give a fuck. I'm shooting both of my guns. I do not give a fuck.
Fantastic.
She wants to shoot me, she can shoot me. I'm shooting her. Both of them. One of them's gonna hit.
Lovely. Gotta be a 12.
A 12?
Yep.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since I have 2 guns, can I roll 2 die?
Fuck it, sure.
Oh! No way you're letting me do this.
Oh, roll. You got two guns. And one misses, another one can hit.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, she had a what? A 12?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of mine's a 2, one of mine's a 10.
Fantastic.
So, does that add up to be a 12 also?
No, it's either one or the other. So if you're rerolling, it's either a 2 or a 10.
Okay, in that case... Wait, oh my god, I'm a D10, so one of mine actually blows up.
So
7.
the D10 you rolled on a D10, so then
Yeah.
you get to roll again.
Okay, so 7. So that's a 17.
17. With that, you see gun goes up, guns up. The first one you shoot clicks in terms of like no more ammo, as you have to discard it very quickly. Gives Levana a chance to shoot at you. They shoot, but since they're at an angle, they shoot you right in your shoulder. And as you sort of body the shot, you see they shoot you right into, you shoot them right in the head as they go down. I need a grit check from you if you'd be so kind. 12 again for grit check.
Come on, this is my best stat. Give me something. 15! 15!
You feel something was like gonna come out in this instance, but you're able to control yourself as you sort of slump at this point as you have a bullet in your shoulder. But as you are trying to understand what is going on there, we go back to you, Lizzie.
Wait, did I hit her though? Did I shoot her?
Are you trying to kill her or are you trying to hit her is my question.
I'm trying to kill her.
Oh yeah, she's dead. She's
dead?
Did not make, yeah.
Sickening. Cool. That's all I needed. I wanted to kill that commie bitch.
The Cold War is over.
The Cold War is over.
It was ended with one bullet in a small.
Just how we left America in charge.
Fantastic. As your situation calms down, going over to you, Lizzie, at this point. You are shot in the leg. You see the two sisters are fighting against each other in mode, like struggling in this instance. What are you doing?
Oh, God. I don't know. I'm shot in the leg. Am I totally unable to maneuver at this point, or would I be able to kind of...
You're very much like prone walk, so you can kind of like prone your way into a place, but you are not able to really walk or run.
Yeah, then I will...
I will say, for just setting scene's sake, the fire is very much ablaze behind you, as you see the entirety of the church is like on flames at this moment.
Can't worry about it right now. I'll crawl over to Alyssa. I want to grab her ankle, and I want to just like send fire inside of her skin and bones. Just to scorch her.
Either
leg.
you roll. I'm gonna say, give you a choice: wildfire or flight. You two, which because you're trying to get there as fast as you can, or you're trying to use your wildfire.
Or we're using wildfire, unfortunately. Yeah.
D12.
That's a 12. Oh my God. Wait.
Ooh, wait. Oh shit. Oh fuck. You're at a D20.
I lied. No, I'm kidding.
I lied.
I lied. I take it back. Actually.
Roll a D20, please.
Oh.
Just don't get a nat 20, my guy. That's all you know. Don't worry about it.
Okay. 16. So that is a 28.
I'll give you narrative control here. What are you doing with these flames here? As you're like struggling, you're finding yourself in a good position here.
I begin to siphon the fire that Alyssa started. Something that she just destroyed. I don't have the painting anymore that Lola painted me. It's gone into fucking dust and bits, and right now Lizzie maybe doesn't even understand what she is entirely doing, but she knows that Alyssa has a gun, Alyssa has powers. I only know what I know. And again, I siphon the fire Alyssa started from the church through the air into my hand, my bones, my skin into her, and I set Alyssa on fire entirely.
You whoop, almost like it's snake-like in nature as you see it begins to form its head and then immediately engulfs Alyssa. And at this point you hear just a ungodly scream as you see they are on fire. Lola screams no, looking at you in horror after what you've just done. And with that, you see their sister runs into what looks like to be the nearby lake. As you see Lola goes after, grabbing their sister as sort of the flames down, but they got some serious burns on them. And look over to you. Why did you do that?
She was going to kill the both of us. There was that blue light in her eye. She's the reason things are dangerous.
You stay the fuck away from me.
Lizzie can't say anything.
You can see that her sister is still alive as they're giving just moans of what's going on. And with that, go, if you really want to fucking help, go get somebody.
I will.
You run off to go get somebody.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. And with that, it goes back to our lovely Ava. Ava, you see Cyrus is almost at this point, the glass that they have been using as a knife is inching closer and closer, almost going through your hand. And it's going to kill you if you do not push this, get a grip or get an advantage here. So what are you doing?
With a shard of glass that is being pressed into the palm of my hand, the pain is excruciating. And Ava's body courses with adrenaline, and he just doesn't understand what's going on, but sees this blue mist coming out of Cyrus's eyes and knows that something's wrong. Something is so deeply wrong. And the positioning is that Ava is on the ground and Cyrus is over top of him, and so Ava, I think, pulls backwards, pulls both of his legs, his knees into his chest, and kicks Cyrus, trying to push them back as far as he can.
Make a fight check. It's gonna be a bit hard because your friend is buff. I got a 3 though, because I can't roll for shit.
Well, I'll do you one better. I got a 2.
Mercy token to be so kind. With that, you are trying to push them off.
Wait, did I get an adversity token from the last fail?
You did succeed. You succeeded because it does calm down. You see, that's a problem at this moment, as Jay's like very much of like calm down and trying to
No, the one
to
after
off.
that. When it was the grit check where the reason I got stabbed was because I rolled a 3.
That is technically a fail. That is a fail, yeah.
Okay,
So
in that case, can I change my 2 to a 4 with my adversity
Fantastic.
token?
So with that, it's very much a tussle of like you are like on the ground, not at the ground, on the ground, on the ground. And as you turn over, you're able to bump them off into the nearby sort of side of the car, breaking the glass. As you see, you're able to get a grip and able to pull the shard out of your hand.
My hand is bleeding. There is a hole where there should not be. And I think we need to get help immediately. Ava will yell out to Jay, "Call the ambulance now!" And while saying that, Ava is going to look over at Cyrus and is going to say, "Get it together! What is happening?"
He told me what you are.
Who
She
did? Who are
did.
you talking about?
The last heart. The wildfire. The wild heart. They're the same thing.
Who is it? Cyrus, who did this to you?
It doesn't matter. All I know is I must kill you. As you see, they try to, at this point, look for another weapon to kill you with. So what are you doing in this instance as they're looking at the moment?
God, okay, I think Ava is just not, is literally in like improvisational like bar fight mode because there is nobody around and there's nothing to do and my best friend is trying to kill me. And so I think Ava will, having pushed Cyrus off, is just going to try and like pin Cyrus to the ground, like trying to just hold her there so that she can't go anywhere, grab anything, do anything.
Make a fight check, you be so kind. Gotta beat a 3 again. Well,
I got a 5!
hey! With that, as you go in, you see they look like they're about to grab another weapon, but with that, you use your whole body, push them into the car, and as you do, you see their head hits on sort of the side, like, mirror, as they go unconscious as they fall to the side.
And Ava, I think, is just holding, like, cradling Cyrus's head, like, trying to make sure that there isn't any extensive damage that happens beyond the head injury, and is just, like, panting. At this point, the other hand still bleeding, and is just overwhelmed and confused at what's happening all around.
What happens next doesn't make it any. As you sort of slump down, you're kind of taking in your surroundings. Your dad is passed out again from maybe blood loss. But you notice that as you're sitting down, there's blood making its way towards you from behind the car, the other side.
Like the blood is moving?
Yeah, in terms of like almost like how water, if you spill it on the floor, it kind of travels.
And Ava will, I think, like gently place Cyrus leaning up against the body of the car, the side of it, and is going to like scramble following this blood trail.
You turn around the car. The lights flickering, the mist of the road. And as you turn the other side, you see it is your mother. They've been stabbed a lot. Too many to count as you see they're bleeding out. On death's doorstep, looking towards you.
Mom, what happened? What happened? Who did this? And Ava like takes off, I think, Ava is always wearing layers, and so I think Ava takes off like the top layer of his clothes and starts trying to like wrap it around the wound, the stab wounds, trying to staunch the bleeding that is happening.
With that, you see they're struggling with their word. The blood is warm in your hands, it's everywhere. As they just try to look you in the eye. I'm sorry, I couldn't protect you from him.
No, don't talk right now. It's okay. Jay, call the ambulance! Jay.
You see Jay's very much can't call, but very much just run to the hospital and trying to come back as fast as possible.
And we're gonna get you help. Don't worry, okay? Just breathe.
I'm so sorry.
Just breathe.
For everything.
Breathe with me, Mom. Look at me.
I'm not a good person, and I've done things out of fear. And I'm sorry to have disappointed you. As a parent.
What are you?
I love you so much.
Oh, stop. Look, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Okay?
I always been scared of this moment.
Don't be. There's nothing to be afraid of.
I wanted my death to be boring.
You're not. Mom, you're not dying, okay? You're not. And Ava's like hands are like pressed up against his mother's abdomen, wherever it is that she has been stabbed, and there is blood like covering his hands, running along it, even despite the pressure that he is putting on the body.
I love you, Ava. In this life and the other.
What other life? Your life isn't over yet. Okay, Mom, we can talk about this after. We just have to save your energy. You're gonna be okay. Save your energy.
You see, they nod. They put their head towards the side of the car. The ambulance comes. But by the time they get out the stretcher, you going over, telling them what happened, you look over to your mom and see they've slumped over.
You can save her, right? You can save them.
You see the ambulance goes over. Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to back away. We've got to do our job here.
My dad's in the car. He's hanging in the car, and my mom's here. You can save
We'll
them,
get
right?
them. We just need to back. If we can, we're gonna have to get back. And you see that they're going over. One of the ambulance does like the neck test, and with that. All right. Well, let's focus on the gentleman here. We'll deal with the
Put her on a stretcher. You have to take her too.
Is there anybody I can call? You look like you're very much in distress. We're gonna try to save your father here, but your mother's gone. I'm sorry.
No, there's no one to call. Just put them on a stretcher. Just put them in the ambulance.
We're gonna do that first, but your father's first priority here. He's currently in bad straits. Your mother's passed. I'm sorry. We can save your dad, but we gotta focus right now.
No. No. No.
You see Jay comes over. Ava, just let him do
No,
this.
they're not. They're not putting her in the ambulance. They're.
Ava, you see they just hold you. They're gone.
And Ava's just breaks down. There's nothing else to do. He holds on to Jay's arm and just collapses into it. And there is this guttural, feral scream that erupts from Ava's chest.
The camera pans over as the majority of you find your way into the hospital. Set up in your separate rooms. Only with the thought that this last member knows who you are and has made it very clear you have a lot to lose. And that is where we shall end our session for today. Yay! With that,
Fuck
everyone.
you.
Chris
Yay,
just casually killing off people. And being like,
getting crowded
yeah.
in here. Yeah, there you go. Just a little death. Just a little death. With that, everyone, thank you for joining us for this wild-ass episode of the Wildfire Club. With that in mind, we're going to do plugs here in reverse order. Starting off with the Holloway Cam. Cam, who are you? Who'd you play? And where can people find you on the internet?
Hi, I'm Cam. I played Arizona Holloway today. You can find me at cam.nader. And I just want to say, fuck you, Chris. Sending it off to John.
Hello, my name is Josephine at scarydogfriend. I have been Lizzie Stone, who's a she, her pronouns. I'm over as a co-producer over at Bad House RPG. We are currently taking a break before we get into our summer audio only and other streams. Still over at the Mandy's playing Cursive Strahd as Cursive Sapphics, a group of monster hunting and also monster Sapphic people attempting to finally get their hands on the Baroness Strahd herself. Lots of fun stuff playing Eat the Reich over at Imagination Arcade, who's also streaming with Dare right now. Very fun friends and people over there. Also doing some Monster Hearts on Tuesdays over at Lantern Light Adventures. Fuck you, Chris. I pass it over to Hamna.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hamna. I use any and all pronouns, and I am a TTRPG performer and producer. You can find me all over the social medias at Lilith TTRPG, though I am most active on Blue Sky. I am also the executive director of Tender Vicious Studios, which is a multimedia production studio creating experimental art with intent. You can find us all over social medias at Tender Vicious Studios or at tendervicious.com. We have a actual play out right now called Lori's House. You can find it wherever you pod your casts. It is a story about imperfect memory, identity, and community. It's really good, and we have episode 4 out now, which is a third of the way through, so you still have lots of time to catch up if you haven't yet. Fuck you, Chris.
Hi, I'm the guy they keep cursing at. I have been your humble GMs for these preceding evenings, Chris. You can find me in the big wide web, mostly on the Blue Sky, if anything, at BOColon. That's COLON. Beyond that, we're working on stuff here in the channel, but for the moment, you can find another wonderful episode of the Wildfire Club on Sundays. For a little bit more, we're getting close to the finish line here. But don't worry, after that's over, we got a bunch more stuff going on, as we also are re-uploading the Mystic Initiative. We're on the second season right now, and about getting close to the halfway point, I believe, of where we're at. So you can check that out on our YouTube and all that great stuff there. But with that, folks, it's been a lovely time. Thank you for joining us for this wonderful, wonderful episode, and we can't wait to see what the hell's gonna happen next week, hopefully, on another episode of the Wildfire Club. Until then, everyone, we hope you have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.